my limitless one. I've been talking to you time and time again that if you want to create extraordinary growth and business growth beyond logic, if you want to create just miraculous transformations in your life and business, you've got to shift your identity. You've got to assume simply a different place in you, who you are. I've been talking to you time and time again about it. Without it, it's gonna be freaking hard. Having said that, one other thing and the concept of business energetics I want to introduce you today is to not just shift to this new identity of yours, but really anchor it. Yes, I want to talk to you today about energetic anchoring, how to lock in that new identity of yours so you don't waver. Because guess what? The doubts will come. The human mind is not designed to change easily. So when you start changing, when the physical reality starts to adjust to your new identity, the doubt will come at some point. Stuff will come that will show you, oh my goodness, on physical reality results or business results or something like it's completely different to what you decided. This stuff will happen, and in those times, you don't want to waver. You want to be locked in the new identity, in the new calibration or configuration of self. So this is where energetic anchoring, full embodiment really comes in. So let's talk about that, shall we? Before we dive in, just in case we don't know each other, hello my dear one, I'm Lenka Lutonska. I'm a creator of Business Energetics, which is all about business growth beyond logic, beyond linear thinking and all of that old business paradigm that left us exhausted and tired and in resentment. That's old. We are growing our businesses through energy, through consciousness, through who we are, and therefore we can collapse timelines and experience business growth beyond logic. Yes, let's dive into this concept of energetic anchoring. So, how do we do that? How do we anchor the new identity? Which, by the way, you know that is the first step of 9 of creating that quantum leap in your business and life. I'm going to give you my 3 biggest things that are the most helpful, and then few others that are also very helpful but not as powerful as those top 3. Okay? So first thing that will help you to really anchor, and it's been case for me, the new sense of identity is almost like proclamation. Such a decision and public proclamation that you are proclaiming and commanded this to be true. For instance, I remember, I'm going now years back, before I made my first million in my dear beloved business. And at the time, I gave birth to my third son. So I was still in a sort of a mood that I wanted to rest more and take care of the baby and paint furniture. But in that time, there was a brewing that next level of identity in me, like really brewing that millionaire, if you like, the spiritual millionaire or divine millionaire identity. So I was playing with that for a while, until it came. I pulled it down. It was a magical moment, and I write about this in my book, Energetic Selling and Marketing, when I was painting a furniture, and again, I'm contemplating on this millionaire, spiritual millionaire, and making millions by making a difference in the world. And the thought occurred to me, why am I not claiming it fully yet? Why am I still putting it in the future? Like, oh my goodness, I'm ready to claim it now. I'm ready to become it now, so to speak. And I dropped that painting brush and I ran to my hubby and I said, Thomas, how would you feel if I become a millionaire, if I'm a director of £1 million a year or more company? And he's looking at me amused and he goes, okay, a little confused. And he says, sure, my darling, whatever makes you happy. And I said, okay, great. And I kid you not, that painting brush stayed there for a while. So did that furniture. I think I had to, at the end, get rid of that furniture because I never finished painting it. But it collapsed the timeline. I kid you not. I think couple of months after that moment, I had my first 100K month. First 100K. So it massively collapsed the timeline because I not only made that shift, that identity shift, I proclaimed it. I went to my hubby. It was such a strong proclamation. And I went to my audience and I told them what's happening. And here's the thing. Few days ago, I had a deja vu, literally deja vu. And you probably are aware of this if you're watching my video, if you're part of my community, that as I'm working towards 7-figure months, steady months, so to speak, as a change maker, over here, that big level identity is 100 million change maker or a CEO of 100 million a year company. But it's such a huge concept. Like, could I grasp it? No. But have I been playful with it? Have I been, okay, tell me more. What does it look like? Have I been exploring it? Yes. Yes. For weeks. Of course. Months even. Of course. It's here. It knocks on my consciousness. I'll honor it. I'll look. There's not much I can grasp, but tell me more. Until it revealed itself fully few days ago and it landed in, I pulled it down and said, oh, this is who I am. This is who I am. If you like, I made the next really, really powerful identity shift into 100 million CEO, leader of Business Energetics and Business Energetics Academy. What I consider what is the most important movement in a business in our generation. So I made that shift. But now I'm informing you about that. I'm proclaiming it. I'm saying that you will see this amazing company, my work, growing into 100 million plus company in short time. I don't know what that is. It doesn't matter, because as far as I'm concerned, it's here. World is ready. We're ready. I'm ready. I'm there. Physical reality is already rapidly adjusting, and you are part of it. You are part of this movement and revolution where we're going to together, not just me, together with you, we're going to honestly also save many lives, because that old paradigm, old business paradigm, relying on action and dog eat dog, and I need to really kill myself to succeed, that has got many men and women jumping off the roofs of big corporations. And we're going to stop it. We're going to bring business energetics into corporates, into all spheres of business, into mainstream. I know it, and I thank you for being part of it. So anyway, that's my big proclamation, my decision, which I'm sharing with you because I mean it, because I mean it, because I know it, because I've never been so sure about anything else. That's my tip, actually, how to anchor it. Share it with others. Because if you think, oh, but what if it doesn't happen? What if it's just my imagine? You see, you're still giving partially into the stories of your old identity. And that can't be manifesting simultaneously. In fact, that's typically the case, that we go a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit new, a little bit old. But the point of energetic anchoring and full embodiment is to not do the old anymore, is to do fully the new. So proclaim it. And what I forgot to share with you is that actually a few days ago, I had a deja vu when my husband and I are talking, and I'm in that conversation, I'm saying, but Thomas, how will you feel when I'm a CEO of 100 million company? And he looked at me, and I recognized that same look of love and a little bit of confusion. And he said, my darling, whatever makes you happy. Same deja vu, just on a different level. And I thought, okay, fantastic. This is it. Because I've already experienced this moment on a different level back then. You see, beautiful how the universe works, so to speak. Proclamation, such a powerful decision that you can go all in, is very, very powerful way to lock in your new identity, to anchor the energetics of your new self fully. Second biggest one to me is some form of big move, like really, really big move. In fact, it was, 5 months ago or so, where I really shifted my identity to, if you like, 7-figure months change maker. And when I realized, like, okay, this is a new level, this is a new level me, again, I didn't wait for it to be sure. I did something like a big move where I proclaimed to myself, I mean this, I mean this. So what is the way for me to step into this, not just be on the verge of it, but step into this? And for me, it's always something like a big investment in something, you know? I paid 100K, over 100K for a new level coaching for me. I mean, immediately I had aligned coach showing up like that, which often happens. I paid that not just as an investment in me and my business, but definitely, and this is always the case, that the level of mentorship is that embodiment, that anchoring, like, I mean it. I mean it. That's why I'm putting so much money to anchor this new identity. I mean it. So this type of big move will always come back to you many fold, because it very, very powerful anchors that shift in identity, that new level, just more powerfully than anything else, really. Yes? Big moves, whatever you consider big moves, that demonstrate to you that you really mean it, that you really believe in it. That would be the second biggest tip when it comes to energetic anchoring of your new identity. Third, speed. Speed. The universe, as you know, loves speed. And those that honor it will be very quickly rewarded. I mean, if you want fast results, you've got to be fast, right? You are, after all, the time. You are divine timing, even. Speed, very powerful way to anchor that new identity. So move, because when you shift that identity, when you decide this is who I am, my goodness, you will become aware very quickly. Your awareness will open. This is not a match anymore. I need to let go or change. And this is a match. Ooh, something new showed up in my awareness that's massively aligned. That's a huge. So you gotta welcome in, letting go. Make those moves fast. Speed. Let go. Welcome in. Your awareness is now, when you make the shift in identity, totally open. But don't sit on those decisions. Don't sit in, oh, but can I let it go? Can I change it? No, the next level you doesn't hesitate. Again, make those moves quickly. Speed, simply speed. Speed is the third way to really anchor the new you inside of you very powerfully. And then few more, okay, which I'm not saying are not as powerful, but these three are, to me, the most powerful ways to anchor your new identity. So next one, or number 4, if you like, would be some form of daily identity ritual. Meaning, if you haven't really fully anchored it, embodied that identity, that you might need to work on it quite a lot, that where you are stepping into consciously into the new identity. That daily new you ritual might look like, okay, what would that my next level me show up today, walk like today, dress like today, decide today, etc. Some form of ritual. Create like a ritual for the new level of identity for you. For me, I know what served me massively in the past in this regard has been, and I called it New Me Walk. At the time, I was doing daily walks, and I still love walks. Daily, even for a short time, I would go out of the door and I would leave the old me or the even current me at home, and I would go for a walk. Doesn't matter how long or short, can be 10 minutes, even shorter or longer, but you go for that walk in your new identity. You carry yourself like that, you think like that, you observe the world like that, like your new you, whatever it might be. 100K a month change maker, a 7-figure leader, whatever, global best-selling offer, whatever it is. But you walk like that, you observe the world like that, you leave your old self or your current self at home. So that's a wonderful one example of the daily embodiment of new you, new identity ritual. Secondly, or this would be for number 5, it could be some form of physical anchoring, meaning maybe a piece of jewelry, something. Get for yourself, when I shifted from a smoker identity to non-smoker, I got myself this beautiful ring. Look, and when I look at that ring, it always reminds me like how blessed I am to be in that identity of a non-smoker for the rest of my life. So it's a wonderful, beautiful reminder, I guess, anchor, physical anchor. You can get yourself something, be it a piece of clothing or jewelry, anything like that, that is that next level leader. So something physical that you can touch, that you can look at, can be a very, very powerful way to help you anchor that new identity. Environment. Well, going back then, when I started this global movement really and my online business, I was living still at the time in a tiny little house, and my office was a little box room. But you know what? In that box room, which was 2 by 2 meters, not even that, I made it physical environment that matched the energy, all clean. It was literally 2 square meters, maybe even less. But it was clean, it was crisp. I got, from very little money I had back then, I got the best furniture I could get. For that little physical space for me, it's been incredibly helpful because I anchored myself, I used my little but physical environment to anchor myself in the new identity. I knew that I'm building my divine empire. And I did, and I'm continuing to build and expand it, of course, from much bigger space, but that's where it started. And that physical space helped me to anchor that new me, that spiritual millionaire identity. Yes. And these are my top tips. So what did we come to? Number 6 altogether. Yes. So 1, proclamation, really powerful, really powerful. Number 2, some form of big move. Number 3, speed. Number 4, daily new identity ritual. Number 4, something physical, something you can wear maybe, look at, touch. And 6, use your environment. Those are my tips for today. And I will say this energetic anchoring of a new identity means nothing if you're not fully engaged with this energy of yours. Energetic engagement is equally important. So I'm going to link a video about that topic, about energetic engagement and its role in creation, manifestation, the next level of business success, illogical business growth. I'll link it over here. And if you haven't watched that, that is going to be your next freaking amazing watch. So for now, I will love to hear from you. What are you taking away from here? Which of these 6 ways you are going to use? And I'll see you, my dear, my limitless one, next time. Mwah.